Hello friends, welcome to RenwilEducate channel. In today's video, let us discuss how to use aggregate function in Excel. After aggregate function, we will also discuss how to use sort by function and RAND function. So, before moving to this video, I request you to subscribe my YouTube channel RenwilEducate, like my videos, share my videos with your friends. Now let's see what is aggregate function. First of all, aggregate function is an Excel function which returns the result of an aggregate calculation like average, count, max, mini, etc. There are two reasons that make the aggregate function especially useful compared to other functions which perform the same operation. The first one, aggregate as a number of options for ignoring errors, hidden rows and other functions. Second, aggregate can handle many array operations natively without control, shift and enter. Now let's see how to use this aggregate function with an example. I have an example, 6 students marks in various subjects, and we will use this aggregate formula for this exam marks. So, equal aggregate. Okay, so the first function number here is I can select, there is up to 19 numbers, you can select any numbers, but majorly we are using average, count, max, mini and sum. So the first function number I will use is 1, which is nothing but average, and then the options. See that options I have listed here below. So these are the options. Okay, so the 0 is nothing but ignore, nested subtotal and aggregate function. 1, ignore hidden rows, nested subtotal and aggregate functions. Second, ignore error values, nested subtotal and aggregate functions. Third, ignore hidden rows, error values, nested subtotal and aggregate functions. So if you see 0, 2, 3, which is combining each, first it is talking about subtotal, then subtotal and hidden rows, then again error values, nested subtotal, and again hidden rows, error values and subtotal. And the fourth one, ignore nothing. Fifth, ignore hidden rows. Sixth, ignore error values. And 7, ignore hidden rows and error values. In most of the cases, we are using aggregate function either to ignore nothing or ignore hidden rows and ignore error values. Now, so in this formula, if you see the chemistry, one Sonia is absent for chemistry exam and there is no marks for that. So that's why we mention is not applicable. So in this case, what I need to function number I need to use here is the function number is 6, which is nothing but ignore error values. So there is an error. Okay, so I want to ignore this error. So I will simply mention 6 and comma the array. Array is nothing but the range here. So this is the range B to G. Okay, B3 to G3, and I'll close this function and enter. So the average value of this Sonia's 6 subjects, if you ignore chemistry, the 5 subjects is 51.86. So you can see here 51.86. This is what exactly the answer. So if you simply use an average function instead of aggregate function, what will happen? It will give you an error because the chemistry subject there is no marks. So to avoid that error, you can use aggregate function. Okay, I'll just use the formula text so that you can come to know what the formula I have written here. So this is what the formula I have written here. So similarly, I can use the aggregate function for count. Okay, so same I'll copy and paste here. Okay, if you see here 5 means here there are 6 values, whereas Kelly is absent in English and I am ignoring the error values here. So it will count only where the values are without error. So the answer is 5 is correct. So next I will use for max. So max, here I don't have any error. Okay, and even for mini also I can use same. Okay, aggregate function same I can use here because there is no error here. So when there is no errors, I no need to mention 6 because 6 is nothing but ignoring error values. So I can simply select ignore nothing, which means 4. So same I will copy and paste here. So 4 is nothing but ignore nothing. So I no need to ignore anything here. So if you see here, maximum value is 72.76 and here the minimum value is 44.9. And the last function I will check for sum. Okay, so sum also, here there is no error in this row, so there is no error. But I will make any one example. Say I will just make Herald Mathematics as absent, as some error. Now immediately as soon as I change mathematics as error, here also error is showing because I gave the function number 4 as ignore nothing. So it is not ignoring even that error. So to avoid that error, what I have to do, I have to change from 4 to 6. Immediately you will get the values sum of 5 subject ignoring mathematics. Okay, so this is how we can use aggregate function in Excel. Now let us move on to another function, that is sort by function. Now sort by function, what we will do, I have 6 names and I want to reshuffle these names. So how I can do that? Simply I will write sort by function, sort by. It will ask array is nothing but this is the range. Okay, 6 names, comma. Now by array is nothing but you want to arrange how? You want to get a random number to arrange. So how you can do that? Simply write one more here, rand array, that is to get a random array. So to how many rows you want to get random array? So it is asking mini, max or anything. So here columns, rows, columns, mini, max. So in this case I have rows. So what I will do, I will select the rows. Okay, so before that I have to select rows. Or simply I can select this range. Okay, and I can close this bracket. Okay, and enter. See, it will reshuffle the names. Okay, but unfortunately if you see here, it is not reshuffled actually. So to do that, what you can to do here, in the random array, how many 6 rows are there? So you want to get random numbers for 6 and simply close. So it will give 6 random numbers, and based on that 6 random numbers it will reshuffle the names. If you see here, the names are reshuffled. Okay, so another way, instead of writing 6, you can simply mention rows, and again you can open and select this range. and you can close and you can enter. So similarly, it is again reshuffling that names. Okay. Now let us see one more function, that is RAND function. RAND function is similar to sort by function, but here we can shuffle the names using the random numbers. Okay, but here you cannot see the random numbers. It is only reshuffling the names, but you can see when you evaluate the formula, but in front scenario, in front case, you cannot see. But here in RAND formula, you can see at the front itself the random numbers, and you can order it be ascending or descending, and you can reshuffle these names. So I will use RAND function open, and I will open and I will close. Simply it will give one random number. So it will understand for this name. Okay, when I say RAND open and close, it will understand for the left name it has to give random number. So I will simply double click, so it will give these random numbers for 6 names. So now how I will sort? Simply filter, okay, and you can sort, okay, and you can reshuffle the names. See how I reshuffle these names based on the random numbers. So this is how we can use RAND function. So today we learned 3 functions. One is aggregate function, sort by function, and RAND function. Friends, if you like this video, kindly like button to my video, share my videos to your friends, and if you are new to this channel, please subscribe my YouTube channel RenwilEducate. And also I request you to watch my other videos which I uploaded recently, mainly related to sum ifs function, count ifs function, pivot table, VLOOKUP, and many more Excel videos. Thank you friends for watching this video. Once again, kindly share my videos to your friends. Thank you.